Hi, welcome to Dourmet, the show where you learn how to cook ramen on a ballin' budget. Today, we're gonna be cooking my personal favorite, the morning after meal. It's with the most underrated ramen, the pork ramen. To start off, we're gonna need to fry some bacon. Now make sure when you're putting this in the pan, you try to get them in a nice, even distribution. This allows for a more thoroughly cooked bacon, and it just looks pretty. You're gonna wanna get 4 strips, and you're just gonna wanna let it sit until it starts to look done on one side, and then we're gonna flip them over and cook the next side. Now when flipping the bacon, you really wanna make sure that you are very careful of the splatter because the grease is extremely hot, so it's very important that you don't burn your hand. And you want it to be not too crispy, you want it to be a little bit flimsy so you can have a little bit more of a texture that's good for your mouth. Next thing we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna fry an egg, so you just wanna crack it on the side of the pan. Oh man, look at that. That's beautiful. Now, we're just wanting it to be over easy, so we're gonna turn the heat down. It's set on 2 right now. Whenever we cook the bacon, we didn't take out all the bacon grease, and that's allowed this egg to be not very sticky on this pan, which is gonna give us a little bit of an edge flipping it. Now we're just gonna wanna flip it over. Perfect. We're just gonna wanna let that sit for a couple seconds, and then we'll be golden. And now we're gonna start cooking the actual ramen. So in this pot, I have less than 2 cups of water. It calls for 2 cups in the recipe, but I like to do a little bit less. That makes sure that you don't have a weak broth. And that just makes it so the ramen is more hearty, and it's just easier to eat that way, I think. So we're just gonna let that simmer for about 2 minutes and let it kind of loosen up in the noodles to cook. And then we'll come back and we'll add the powder. All right, folks, now it's time to spice it up a notch. We're gonna add the pork flavor. Make sure you get all of that in there. Yeah, just like that. We're just gonna let that simmer with the noodles until it dissolves. Oh, look at that. That was some good noodles right there, boys. And now that all of the seasoning is dissolved, it's time to bring all the ingredients together. All right, now we're gonna pour the ramen into the bowl. We're gonna take our bacon that we have chopped up, and we're gonna put that in. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a stir just so you can get everything mixed in properly. Now, to add the cherry on top, or the egg on top if you'd rather. Boom. A beautiful, beautiful little lunch for the morning after. Cure every hangover. You ready, boy?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Get that egg in there.
Get that egg yolk in there.
Mm.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ha.
Are we not going to look like Lady in the Tramp it?
We can if you want. Mm. That's beautiful. I like how the flavors all come together.
There you go.
It's like a symphony in my mouth.
Good job, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, everybody. Up next is my personal favorite, the buffalo chicken ramen. We're going to be using regular chicken ramen noodles for this, and we're going to be sauteing some pre-cooked chicken. First off, we got to make the buffalo sauce. So that's going to be equal parts butter to equal the buffalo sauce, the hot sauce. So we're going to do about a tablespoon of each. Tablespoon of each. We're just gonna mix that in there and get that going together. And you know what? I kind of like my hot sauce to be a little on the spicy side. So we're gonna go a little bit extra. We're gonna saute the pre-cooked chicken. We're just gonna saute because it adds a little bit more color, gives the chicken a little bit of flavor, and we're gonna saute that right in the buffalo sauce. We're just gonna kind of swirl that around there. Oh, beautiful. Make sure you get that sauce on all of the chicken. It really just lets it soak up the flavor. Really just giving it that Dourmet signature taste, you know what I mean? Ah. It's delicious. It's gonna be so good. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? Yep. All right, now it's time to do the same thing we did last time. We're gonna cook the noodles. We're gonna do the exact same procedure. You've all made ramen noodles before. You don't even need to watch the show to know that, how to do that. But again, we used a little bit less water, so the broth is a little bit more thick, and it allows just for more flavor. I'm really excited about this one. Like I said, it's my favorite, and it's always a classic for, you know, just a good dinner date. You know, it's the great way to impress the ladies. Now it's time to add the flavor. We're gonna do the exact same thing. We're just gonna pour that in there. Ooh, yeah, look at that. And now we're also gonna add the chicken with the buffalo sauce. We're gonna let those flavors mix. It's gonna be a little party in there. Let them get to know each other. Just really hang out and mingle. It's what we say in the Dourmet biz is, you know, you want all the flavors to be happy and live coincidentally with each other. Just like that. Oh, look at that. Look at them. They're saying hi. Nice to meet you. I'm Buffalo Chicken. Hi, I'm just chicken ramen noodles, and I'm just having a good time here. We're gonna eat you. All right, now we're just gonna, oh, look at that. Look at that pour. And now, it's time to eat. Hey, Luke, how's it going?
What's up, man?
It's going pretty good, you know. Just made some awesome food. This is my producer, Luke, the sponsor of Dourmet. He's the reason that we can make this happen.
Oh, dude,
Be nice to him.
This looks good.
I'm excited for it, man. That's my personal favorite.
Cheers.
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 Cheers. This is like a marching band is stomping through my palate. I really like the way.
Real buffalo wing.
Oh, it does. That was really hot, though. Again, third edition. This is my favorite out of the three. It's the Doritos Locos Tacos. First, we're going to start out with cutting our meat. And contrary to body shaving, you're going to go against the grain of the meat. So when you cut it, you're going to make sure it's in a good strip, like so. All right, folks, next step is we're going to put our taco seasoning on it. Special message to Taco Bell, please sponsor us. My favorite thing from Taco Bell is their quesadillas. That is fire. We're just going to get a little bit on there. And now you're just going to kind of mix it and get both sides, just like that. There you go, just like that. And mix it around. Again, like that chicken ranch or chicken buffalo, we really want these flavors to just meet each other. We want them to say, hey neighbor, I've missed you. We're just going to throw that in there. Ooh, look at that sizzle. That's just like food porn, basically. Oof. Just a little bit of some meat in there. We're getting that seared edge for this meat. We're just gonna let it sit for a little bit, and then we'll flip it over and we'll cook the other side. We're just gonna make sure this is cooked all the way through because salmonella is a real thing. All right, now we're moving on to flipping the steak. Just gonna make sure, oh, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. These are some prime pieces of meat right here. Just gonna let those sit again for about another minute and a half. We're just gonna let it all simmer down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now for coming to one of our final steps, we're gonna add the noodles again. We're gonna add our beef packet flavor, my personal favorite of the flavors. And we're also gonna take our extra taco seasoning. Just mix that in there. Let all those flavors say, hey, I've missed you. It's been a while, you know? Because in the past life, they might have known each other, but we don't know that yet. Mix that together. Then we're gonna take our beef, and we're just gonna say, hey, have fun. Take a little dip in the broth of unity and awesomeness. We're just gonna let that sit. Now comes one of the most advanced moves that we have in our cooking arsenal here at Dourmet. We're gonna let this simmer. We're gonna turn the heat up, and we're just gonna let all that water boil off so it's not so much broth, so when we add our Doritos later, they don't get soggy and gross, because that's nasty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now to see our creation. Now, don't be alarmed when you realize that your thing doesn't have any broth in it, because that's how we want it. We don't want it to be super soupy, so our Doritos don't get soggy. Hey man, thanks for meeting me here. I'm Levi.
Nice to meet you. Look.
So, I brought some Doritos for our Doritos Locos Taco
Finally
Ramen.
Finally aged.
Finally, of course. Well, what else? Are we amateurs here?
No.
I like to crunch mine up. Do you want to crunch some up?
Yeah, we gotta crunch them up.
Yeah, you know. Let those flavors just say hello.
Is this the Doritos Locos Taco part of this?
Yeah, it is. So this is what makes it the Doritos Locos Tacos, because otherwise there's
We gotta
beef
stir
and
it in.
yeah. Oh, that's a big bite. That's gonna burn me. Oh, there's a little guy. I like him. I bet his name is Jeff.
All right, cheers, mate.
Cheers. God, this is gonna hurt.
All right. That's so good.
Yo, that's actually kind of dank. That's really good. Hi. Thanks for watching this video. It was all made possible by our awesome sponsor, Luke Delaney. All of these things we got for less than $50. So when you're in a bind and you need some awesome food, go to Walmart, pick up your favorite ramen and your awesome ingredients, and get cooking.